Question 1401. If evidence of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe was discovered, would it alter your core beliefs or sense of self?
Not really.
No. Why?
Say that again, please.
If evidence...
I'm sorry.
If evidence of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe were discovered, would it alter your core beliefs or sense of self?
No, not at all.
Nope.
Not at all,
You needed a religious person on this panel.
Well, actually, I do have the religious answer to this one because that was something that I wrestled with when I was a believer. And the problem is that if there's intelligent life elsewhere, did Jesus' death on this planet save that life? And if it didn't, did they need another Jesus? And then if so, that Jesus died once for all wouldn't be true.
So
I think it. The bigger question is if there is evidence of intelligent life found out there, does that suddenly make ancient aliens credible?
Oh, that would be awful. That would be awful.
Exactly.
I really would.
Julie says... Go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Julie says, not in the least. Edward says, I ain't got a sense of self. Robert X says, no. Harmonica Man says, no, not at all. Ox says, do red curtains have a meaning? I see Jenny has them. Scummer has red curtains. Sewing has a red curtain looking thing behind him.
They're actually more of a maroon. They just look red because of the light coming through.
That's just pride because I made those drapes. So I hang them because I made them. That's just all pride. That's all that is. But no, I had a lot of red material and I made drapes.
Yandiri says, I already believe in other worlds. Kevin says, are they coming to destroy us? Quite possibly. Chad says, nope, I accept it as reality. I have been thinking about infinity and what that means since I was a kid. I was a weird kid. Crafty Healer says, do I go for a nap? You stay awake.
See, my thing of this is, if we are talking about the entire universe here, I think the odds are that somewhere there is intelligent life.
Out there, bugger all down here.
Yeah. Ken and I just finished watching a movie, and we were asking each other this question like an hour ago. But
I'm still wondering if we're ever going to find it on this planet.
Yeah. But no, it wouldn't. I think very low of mankind, humankind, the great apes that we claim that we are. So no, it wouldn't change my perception at all. I think we actually think far too highly of ourselves, and just because
I have an interesting. Wait! I need to modify this question. Shut up! I need to modify this question slightly. Mostly because I was fairly certain that having all of you was meant to be a deep, profound question, and I didn't think it would be deep or profound for any of you. Okay, so I'm going to modify it ever so slightly. What if the DNA matched?
Ooh.
Doesn't change anything as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, then that painting that they had in the CCD hall at my Catholic church would have been true because it was a painting of Jesus holding hands with a bunch of aliens. and so that was their answer because they got tired of a bunch of smart-ass Catholics asking them, well, what if aliens exist? So they put a painting of Jesus holding hands, and they would tell us if on every planet they would know about Jesus, is what the Catholics' answer would be.
I have a question for you, Dave. By match, do you mean it's they've got
common ancestor?
We have common ancestry.
Yeah, I mean not match as in we could interbreed straight away. That would take years for us to work out.
But a common ancestry. No,
it ends up being
that would just be proof for panspermia.
Yeah, potentially very much so.
I'd want to know.
It'd be like that. It'll be like that. A joke. It'd be a bit like that joke in The Simpsons about language, isn't it? Like the aliens, and they're like, "Wow, you speak English? No, you speak Rogalian." It's just that by an amazing coincidence, the languages are exactly the same.
I'd want to find out if they have trans people, and if they do, goodbye turfs.
I was going to say, but based on the normal animal kingdom we have, they will have trans people.
Yes.
It's just. It seems to be an inherent.
Actually, I may want to modify my answer to the initial question. That I think wouldn't necessarily change my sense of self or whatever. I think it would be very interesting how humanity itself would react if not only we found evidence of intelligent life, but it was evidence of a civilization that was way more advanced than we are. You know, like you would kind of get in a sort of science fiction scenario.
Be scared. Very scared.
We should stay away.
That would I think change people a lot, because I think that would scare the shit out of people.
But on the flip side, if we found a planet within reach of people that we considered primitive, that were bipedal like us, we would enslave them. Yes. We would, because that's our nature. We would be like, oh, we're not going to enslave people from Earth anymore. We're going to enslave these people from this rock over here.
We'd be scared because we think the way we think. Because we know the fuck we'd do it to them if we could.
So. The only hope we have is that we find intelligent life that is much more intelligent than us, but we detect it from 100 million light years away.
Yeah.
To put us in a position. Yeah.
Or by the time they got here, we were we were able to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
And the chances are they detected us a long fucking time ago.
If our DNA is the same, they made us. If they didn't detect us, they came here and said, "Hey, this is a nice vacation spot. Let's get a hotel going." And
I mean, one of the guys came out and then burst something into himself and collapsed into the river. In bits.
We just watched that movie. We literally watched it. Jen was like, I'd never seen that movie, and I'm like, what? I love that movie.
What movie?
What keeps going? Because I keep going. Oh, this is what's happening here. Oh, this is what's happening. You've seen this movie? No, I haven't. This is just these little bits are just predictable.
What movie are you talking about?
Prometheus. We just watched it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
I love the Alien movies. I absolutely love the Alien movies. So Jen was like, I'd never seen it before. And I did my usual overblown, like, you'd never seen it before. So we watched it.
I do wonder whether or not the Alien movies...
I've seen the sequel, and Will hasn't.
I do wonder whether or not the Alien movies contributed to my fear of spiders.
So have you seen the movie Arachnophobia?
Yes.
When I was
little... I saw it, had no problem with it because I wasn't scared of spiders then. As an adult, I'm scared the shit out of them.
You're talking about spiders.
The aliens, Starship Troopers would be more scary about bugs than aliens.
Starship Troopers is just awesome.
No, Starship Troopers don't look
if you're afraid of bugs, it's a bloody dreadful movie.
It's quite a light film. I think it's. I was trying to work it out last night with spiders because some of the pictures you put in there, I don't have a problem with, and it's the dark. It's the I don't know. There's something there, and it's normally dark. And this is why Alien.
Go check on Snowy real quick.
I don't know.
I think it would have been better if the bugs won and killed all the humans.
But the bugs did do that on lots of planets that we went to.
But spiders are cute, Dave.
No, they're not. You live in Australia. You know they're not. They're lethal.
Rubbish. They're still cute. Some of them are poisonous, but they're still cute.
If you're okay with spiders when you were a kid, what turned you over?
My sister.
How'd she do that?
Because her arachnophobia was so bad. Her response... it's kind of inherited. It's a fucking inherited thing. It's that this thing that you can be. Someone turns around and something screams when something happens. Your brain responds to the scream and what's happening, and that happening over and over again trained me to be shit scared of spiders.
You know what? When someone scares me, I get in my fight stance, and it's funny when I get scared and I go like this. So it's a trained response in the brain.
Is Jen standing upside down? Jen is always standing upside down. We have to flip her camera.
Yeah.
Go on, Granny.
It's true.
I was just going to mention, what Godless Sewing. Oh, yeah, what Godless Sewing reminded me of something that happened that I thought was just, kind of one of the strangest things to watch. My husband and I went to see, what was the name of that movie?
Rosemary's Baby.
No, it was a Vietnam War movie. And this platoon was walking, and there's a teddy bear sitting on the road. And one of the people leaned over to pick it up. And while he was, about to pick it up, my husband ducked and put his hands over his head. And I was like, what? And as soon as he picked it up, it went off. He knew it was rigged.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they do. But Jen, I just, it was just funny that it was just such a programmed response that he was in the movie theater ducking, waiting for an explosion.
Absolutely.
That's weird.
And you can't fake things like that. You can't.
No.
Your brain just takes over.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to not do it. People make fun of me because when I flinch, I'm like, I'm ready to go,
I think it was Full Metal Jacket.
Mm.
You know what? My dad was a Vietnam vet, and it was known that you couldn't sneak up behind him or like come up clapping behind him. You couldn't make loud because he would punch towards. He had a lot of issues. He had a lot of PTSD from Vietnam.
Your hair should be falling.
Shouldn't it?
Well, she's down under, so technically she's just upside down,
I know.
I've got a lot of product.
Oh, it's perfect. There it is. Proof that the Earth is round, right there. Proof.
Yep.
Checkmate, flat earthers. Checkmate.
Proof she's not just on the underside.
Yeah. Now I have the song stuck in my head. Ah.
Right. Okay. You're. Yeah. That's just occurred to me. Has anyone written about any stories about the underside? That we live on a flat Earth, but that there is a civilization on the underside.
Wouldn't that be like the whole Romulus Remus thing in Star Trek, where the Remans lived on the dark side of the moon?
No, not quite.
Yeah, but if they lived on the other side of the
but I guess it was round
of the flat Earth, well, they'd have to walk on their hands all the time.
Would they be mole people? Would they have to dig to get to us? I have so many questions for flat earthers.
I haven't given it any thought.
How did we move on to flat earthers from talking about aliens?
Because
we're talking about looking for intelligent life.
Oh, okay.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.